All right, we're gonna talk about one of my, I used to call it one of my bailout techniques. It seemed like everywhere I went in the country, you could skip docks and get bites. Seemed like day in and day out, like it was one of the most consistent things there was. I still do it a lot, but I'm gonna kind of dive into the setup that I like for skipping docks. And the rod, the reel, the line, the bait, everything is extremely important. I like a little bit longer rod than most people. I throw a 7'3", medium heavy fast. It's what I've always thrown. This right here is a 13 fishing Muse. This one's actually an extra fast. And I began to really like an extra fast rod because I feel like it takes even less wrist movement to really make that bait skip whenever I'm using an extra fast rod compared to even a fast rod. So it's almost like I have to fight with it a little bit less when it's an extra fast. 8.3 to 1 gear ratio reel. I feel like most people want to use the fastest reel they can use when skipping docks. And I pretty much have a set system for the speed reel I use. If I work the bait with the rod, I use the fastest reel possible. Because all I'm doing is reeling slack up and I'm reeling the bait back to me to make another cast. So if I work the bait with the rod, I use as fast a reel as I can get away with. So 8 to 1 is always gonna be it. I use 20-pound Sunline Shooter fluorocarbon. That's gonna be my #1 standard. If I'm on crystal clear water, floating docks without a lot of cables, I'll go down to 16 or something like that, but 20-pound is gonna be the #1. I know I can rub those poles, I can rub the rocks, there's a brush pile under there, I can get the fish out of it. To me, 20-pound is like the least that I like to be comfortably skipping under docks that are kind of gnarly and nasty. So, fast gear ratio reel, 7'3" medium heavy rod, 20-pound fluorocarbon, all that's left is the bait. And for me, the #1 bait that I use all over the place is a jig. This is an Untamed Tackle Ace jig. I actually designed this for skipping, with skipping in mind. The head shape, the skirt material, we got thinner cut skirt, has less drag on the water, skips a little bit better. And then any kind of a smaller, compact profile, chunk, crawl, anything like that, that's got a pretty wide, flat body on the back is gonna really help it skip. And after that, it just takes a lot of practice and then commitment. Because sometimes it can be a grind, but a lot of times you get a lot of bites under there if you just commit to it and put your head down and get good at picking apart the little holes and stuff that a lot of people can't cast to. So that's my skipping setup. After that, it's just about finding the right docks that the fish are on that time of year.